welcome everyone to the first GT Cup. The matches are already underway as we have Team Omnibus's Kiriasa versus Why So Salty from LB. It is the Evo Blood Mirror by the looks of things. Actually, wait, no. Kirasu is bringing Volteo, so this should be a pretty exciting matchup.
Wait, they're both bringing Volteo.
Is it both Volteo?
Yeah,
Actually,
different
yeah. Because
both
we could,
Volteo play.
yeah, the Volteo mirror match. What an exciting way to start the tournament with some memers. I just saw BloodNet Auto just like assumed Evo.
Yeah.
So I was like, wait a minute.
The JCG lists those JCG lists are catching on, man.
So unfortunately, I myself don't have a lot of experience in the Volteo mirror match. So I cannot add too much insight to what it is they are looking for as far as their mulligan. However, Kirasa does already have Volteo himself, so I'm assuming that puts him at a big advantage.
Yeah. He's gonna have to cycle through his deck a lot to find Volteo. If he doesn't get Volteo, it's almost a guaranteed loss for him.
Agreed.
Discerning Devil. Okay. And that's not Volteo.
Looks like an easy Arch Demon turn. Just increases health, get a nice big ward on board.
Yeah. They both could be running the same list.
I am curious. Unfortunately, with the format of this tournament, we won't be able to get a look at the deck list here today.
Because there's a more follower heavy list and then there's a more spell heavy list with Volteo Blood. Oh, another Volteo.
Well, it looks like Kirasa is running the more minion heavy, as we haven't seen a lot of so far.
Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting play.
Do apologize for being a little distracted, guys. As it would seem, I am currently trying to work out some issues with the Battlefy. So I do apologize. This is our first GT Cup being streamed. So this is just kind of a test run. But nonetheless, I'm still excited. And what an incredible high roll. Hitting the Runeweb Spider off Volteo, yeah.
Oh, and he still has no Volteo on his side.
I don't think it's quite game, but I think Why So Salty really has... as I said, like, I don't think it's over, but I think he's really going to struggle to be able to come back into this.
Yeah, you could go for Scion now and hope that Evolving Scion would ping the 6-13. But then, again, Scion can't attack because of the spider, so... Could just place...
I think he has to Scion. I think that's his only... Oh. I don't know if I like to pass here. Like, if I'm Kirasa, like, I'm just evoing something and I'm going face.
I guess it's fine, cause he Blade Force Fire.
I
Still.
don't like him playing anything
Yeah,
here.
he should have just dropped something. Sign would have healed him as well.
Um, like I think the play is just send everything face and pass and just let Volteo get another free proc. Pull a card from your deck, and that's what he does. Again,
that's a
hitting
big one.
some great minions with Volteo. Sudden showers could be clutch here. If it hits the spider, which is a 1 in 4, that would actually be really big for him. Because then he plays the Scion, he evos it, trades over the 4/6, and he hits the spider. That's
That's some
huge.
luck, dude.
So now he has the easy Scion. We might even see
Can
the
clear the
raise.
board now.
Yeah, Razor Claw into the Volteo. Easy clear.
And that Q7 is really nice as well.
Yeah. Chooses to still hold the Razor Claw. Interesting.
He's trying to conserve his health. Because he doesn't have a
I
tail
think
at that
at
point.
I think at 18 health though it really doesn't matter.
Well, I guess it's his choice to do it.
That is fair.
Oh, let's see, what do we have here? Another Scion. Okay. Let's see what he pulls. Bloodbinder and
Alright.
Gabriel.
We will generate the a good old link for everyone at home that wants to watch with us. As we have a 5-minute delay currently. So that way anyone can watch if they so choose. Hopefully,
the Volteo is here.
so unfortunately, I'm not sure if Battlefy actually did make me an admin like it's supposed to. Okay, it did. I could see into people's chat. Okay, so we should be set for the rest of the tournament. Now it's time for just me and you to just focus on these sets. Going in, do you have any predictions? Is there anyone, any lists that you've heard about that are a little spicy? Any star players you're really looking at?
I've heard some Deathbringer Shadows coming in.
Ooh.
Those should be interesting to watch. As for players, I think they're gonna win. I don't really have any in mind now, but I think I'm so salty just turned this around for himself.
Well, nonetheless, we do have a lot of talented players here, and I'm excited to be casting these matches.
Same here.
Really didn't expect the Volteo mirror to start the day off, but wow, gets the Archdemon. That is massive.
I'm so salty he doesn't have an answer to it.
I mean, oh man. Yeah, he couldn't play his own Archdemon. This is looking rough. I think he just has to. Ooh, Spider's big.
The Spider just came in clutch.
It's not quite an answer, but it does buy him a lot of time.
Yeah, and he's stuck at the Blood Soak is stuck at 5 HP as well, so it's gonna be easy clear for him. He still has an evolution point sitting as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He could play Wings here, but he doesn't want to draw his followers from his deck.
Because he did get the first Volteo proc, he is ahead in the deck out. Yeah. He only has 9 cards left. I think that's fine.
I think we have a winner.
I believe we do.
Oh,
Did
did he?
he miss lethal?
Was that that was a misplay, right?
I
He could
believe
have
so.
went. Yeah, you could have played Sox and that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The World Park.
Oh, but the World Proc kills him still kills
The
him.
World Park's still lethal.
Alright, that was a really interesting game.
So, surprised the player to pull Volteo second actually did win.
Yeah.
Guess that's just the nature of Volteo. Exciting match nonetheless as we're moving on.
Let Jesus take the wheel with those Forteo matchups.
Having a connection issue.
Some technical difficulties.
Do apologize about that. Well then, let's see if sadly I have to this is bad.
Yikes.
This is what it is. As I said, it being the first one, expect quite a few more hiccups along the way, but I'm here for it nonetheless. This still should be a pretty exciting day. I guess let's dive into another set of matches. Let's check out this. How many? Interesting. I don't see where they said anything to each other. Why can I not see in the chat log? That should be there beforehand. No, I don't. Interesting. Guess nonetheless, what's like half of these is just nothing in the match things. Yeah. Like I'm just clicking on random ones. Half of them have a chat, half of them don't.
Should look in the Discord.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to just at random just grab people's names and go. Figured it'd be a little bit more exciting. Did find one.
90932.
I already put one in. Audio is kind of low. Let me try adjusting that for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get tournament access for the next tournament, so it'll be easier.
Epic. I love when I enter the ID and nothing happens. Very bad.
No, they said you failed to spectate, I think.
Oh. expired one. Let's go.
Is 90932 still working? I think that is SF Ferris game.
So 90 what?
932. Oh, nice one.
Hey, alright, got a set.
That's the game. This is,
By the looks will be the hardest part of this whole thing.
yeah, I guess fooling IDs.
Nonetheless, let's pop into this. We have Silent versus SF Paris.
Yep, it's another blood mirror. Let's see. Oh, this time it's evil blood
The
against evil blood.
mirror.
So this time we had a Voltaio mirror, and now it's a evil blood mirror.
Blood looking like it was the deck of choice for a lot of players here.
Yeah, some of the memers and then some of those hardcore players.
The Showdown Demon. How do you feel about Showdown Demon in your evil blood right now?
I think it's good to help reshuffle your hand, like cycle through your deck, or the correct cards. But I usually try to keep it if I don't have Thunderbolt Demon in my hand. Because the Nerea blocks are always nice.
Actually, in the other camp, I don't like it because I feel like a lot of times you're just throwing away too many good cards.
I see.
Like,
I think this like
there's
evil blood
often
is
enough
big.
when you have enough bad cards that you do just want to get rid of. Like as we saw from Silent, he was forced to throw away a combustion demon in order to play the turn 2 showdown.
Yeah, that would have been helpful against Aluzat.
Very much so.
Yeah, but I think Showdown works because of how consistent evil blood is.
It is fair. Turn
Oh,
5
here he got
already
that
getting
actually.
the free Alozard Evos is really big for this match.
Yeah.
Looks like it should be an easy Hellsinger.
I'm gonna be forced to play the resolve. I could. Oh.
Looks like he'd rather Thunderbolt. I'm assuming he's fishing for Neria.
Yeah.
Doesn't get it, unfortunately.
Let's hope he gets it on the next turn.
Yeah. He will draw 2 cards next turn. One from the demon, one naturally.
Oh, now he puts his
Will
own
it be
area out.
enough? Having to manually evolve Neria. I think it's fine though. She's just such a strong player on turn 6.
Yeah.
This board can quickly spiral out of control.
Moment of truth. Oh, he doesn't find it. Oh, combustion
Doesn't
demon
find
is...
it. Gets the combustion demon though. Is pretty strong in its own right. But it's all snipes at Hellsena. But leaves everything else
Undecided
off,
flag.
which is rough.
Oh, combustion demons. And he plays his own one
The
now.
battle of combustion demons has now begun.
This has happened so many times in my games.
Same here.
It's just the combustion chain.
Unfortunately, it usually
He's in a
feels
really
like
rough
whoever
spot.
combustion demon second is just in a favorable position.
Yeah.
Having to use both resolves already. Definitely not where he wants to be. Curious if he's going to trade away. He does choose to trade away one of the Seaxes.
Oh, do he go for the trade, yeah? Oh, he evolves.
It looks like he's going to go for the trade here.
Yeah.
No, goes
Oh,
face.
he goes for the fade.
I
And
don't
it is over.
hate it, but I don't love it at the same time. Having all three
It's kind of
Grimnirs in hand, I don't think there's anything he could have done about that. He just
yeah.
snowballed too early for his opponent to really have a good comeback.
And that not drawing the really was really bad as well. Really set him back.
Moving on to game number 2 of this set.
See. Oh, we have Evil Blood again.
The Evil Blood, he's running it back, I respect it.
It's not a bad choice, it's pretty consistent.
And it looks like because of the Resolve of the Fallen, this is actually, yes it is, this is actually Evo Dragon, not Face Dragon. So this should be a fun matchup to watch. I think Evo Blood's still favored though. It just has, like, I think Naria is just such an insane card right now. That Evil
Such a
Blood,
powerhouse.
I don't really think Evil Blood has too many matchups it's unfavorable in. There are a few, such as Spell Boost. But we will have to see. If this dragon can get enough ramp fast enough, I do think he's looking at it to be in a good spot. Especially because he already has the encounter from the deep in hand. He can get his fish, and he can start just trying to go ham.
Okay. Doesn't have any ramp in his hand though, so that's a bit concerning.
He can dig. Ooh, he hits the ramp.
Oh, that's a ramp.
I like the. Yep, encounter.
Okay, Roy.
Hits the void. Not what he really wants to hit. But I don't hate it either. Just play it on 7.
Yeah.
Just keep on vamping.
There's the pure fish stack, and then there's the mixed. There's just the evil variant of it. And I think this is the. This one doesn't focus on fish as the win con.
Yeah, no, it's looking more for the Grimnir, which is strong nonetheless. Naturally draws the fish. Little unfortunate.
Okay, will he Jordan area this time?
We'll have to find out next thing. So far not looking too great though.
He has the pieces to end the game in his hand with Siox and Grimnia. Oh. He's gonna have to hit straight shove it into him.
If you're him, I don't think you really care though. Because you're
He
expecting
already...
the Naria to come out turn 6.
Oh.
Does hit the
Gets it.
Naria.
Oh,
So
he
I think he's
Naria?
not too worried. Chooses to hold off for now. And instead goes for the combustion. I think I would
He's trying
have
to fish for more
preferred.
evolves.
Understandable, but I think I would have preferred to see the Naria. Just because Avarice sometimes can be difficult to proc depending on what your hand looks like. We're seeing early Grimnir coming out, putting him in Vengeance. He's in a tough spot though. He's hovering the Seox. If you're in his position though, I think you have to be afraid if you're gonna Seox. Just because if you already see your opponent playing the Grimnir so aggressively, I think you're going to naturally assume that
he has one more in his hand.
he has the other one in his hand. Looks like he's debating about playing the Grimnir of his own. He's going to choose to. He's probably looking to just finish the game with this Seox next turn. Going to resolve. And I assume this should be double Tiamat for him.
Oh,
Single Tiamat.
okay. Jaws Dragon spawning. Okay. Now Siox cannot
Uses-
attack.
Denies the Seox with the other Tiamat. I really do like this play.
Oh,
I think that's about as safe as he could have been this turn.
needs to find Grimnir with Resolve here to win. Does he find it? Oh,
Not this turn, but I think if you're him, you're not too upset either. I think you just
He's
slam
still
the
in the lead.
area, you slam the area. Using the Shodan to dig. I like that as well. I'd throw away the Hellsing as well as the Ramio.
yeah. They're not as good anymore here. Oh, I think he's gonna drop the fish.
I think if you're him, you're forced to, whether you want to or not.
Yeah. I have to drop
That
the
being
fish
said,
here.
I think Fish, Combustion Demon plus Veggie is just kind of threatening enough on its own.
He has to heal here. Oh, he goes for the heals. Reggie.
I'd like to see the dragon spawning here. Help refill his hand, top him back off on some health.
Oh, he's just going
Going
for
to
this
the
one aggressive.
aggressive line with the goblins. I don't hate it either.
Yeah, he's in a safe spot, I guess, at 14 HP for full point.
14 HP with no evil. Ooh. I
Oh,
think you
you rolled
have
as
to
well.
world here.
That 14-14 is too big of a threat to leave on the board. He's gonna die next turn.
He could try to go for the RNG with the Seox Grimnir.
But that's a really that's a really high RNG to pull off. You have to be really lucky.
He's not really looking like in a winning spot though. So I think he might have to play for his out. Going to go the
he
safe path here.
He has to Grimnir then. Oh no.
Ooh.
Grimnir clears none of them. And now he has his sword. Okay, this game is done.
That is all she wrote. Paris coming in 2-0.
Well played from Paris.
Very beautifully executed from Paris. Still,
Now let's go fish for another game.
it would appear. Not seeing another game we can spectate at the moment. As it looks
Let's
like
see what
Tubbs
in
and
general.
Coconut didn't post it. Did not post their IDs, and neither have Hitas and King Ming.
Oh, this is awkward.
It do. Unfortunately, we have no commercials for a commercial break.
To go find a sponsor, man.
I will magically pull a sponsor out of my nowhere. That's fine. We will just use this time to talk about some decks. What's some fun things you've been playing with lately?
I've just been playing a lot of Volteo recently. It's the only deck I find fun on ladder. But winning is another story though.
Understandable. I'm glad you're finding a lot of enjoyment with Volteo.
Cause I like Majora Bane when he was out during
Mhm.
Omen of the 10. I liked it a lot.
That's fair. That's fair. I respect that.
Yeah, I just wished he was the neutral card.
Volteo?
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know if I wish Volteo himself was in neutral. I do wish we saw more support for like the Highlander archetype,
Yeah, those
and
archetypes are
building
really
decks with just the one-ups. I think is fun. I know in Hearthstone for a very long time it defined the meta was the several different viable Highlander decks.
yeah, there was those Highlander Warlock decks and those Mage decks.
Indeed. I really
Which I
would love to see some more support come our way in Shadowverse for it, but it doesn't really look likely, as I believe Alteo's like one of the only Highlander support we got. There was another card or
and
two in Blood
that's it.
that was supports it, but
But it's just one card.
yeah, it doesn't seem like it's something they want to expand upon further. Which is
Well, we'll
a
just have to wait
shame.
and see.
It appears we are still waiting on Tubbs and Coconut. And Heathotts and King Ming. We're waiting on them for round number 2. Do apologize on everyone, for everyone watching. That being said, if you guys are in chat, what have you been using to grind the ladder with? What are some decks you expect to see? Talk to me. Well, as it looks like we have an undefined amount of time before this starts, I will go find some non-copyrighted music to give you guys to listen to in the background. Again, this is our first attempt at streaming this, so we do have a lot of bugs to work out at the moment. Do apologize for the
Yeah.
inconvenience to everyone. Thank you to all the players and all the viewers that have come out today. It really does mean a lot to me and the GT family. We hope you enjoyed the tournament.
I'll try to pull something up, man. It's gonna take some time.
It is all good, man. In the meantime, I'll just be throwing on some non-copyrighted EDM. Do enjoy while I get with the other tournament organizers and we try to figure this out. Into Alrighty, and we are back. The round 2 brackets are out. Let's go look for some matches. Who are some people we haven't got to see anything from?
I
Let's
think
check
we haven't seen
out.
any games from the GT members.
Uh, Maybe we could go grab some GT members.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time.
We will just
Try to.
go grab Tubbs and Vandom J. As soon as they share the code with each other, we will be getting into the next set of games. Then, hopefully, they'll be pretty enjoyable. In the meantime, again, do apologize about some things not being as orderly and as professional as I and the fellow organizers would like. However, hopefully we can all just have some fun with it. Uh, Definitely has been helpful so far as the administrative side to help us figure out how to make better tournaments and provide a better viewing experience. I swear to God, wait a minute. Alright, it appears Tubbs isn't there, so no clue when those matches would start.
I have
Let's
some
go
tabs opened up.
check into Coconuts.
I have his tab open. He hasn't said anything in chat as well. Iyasora hasn't checked in to his game, so he's just waiting now.
Well, we will just be.
Oh, we got a game. We got a game.
Alright,
It's between Omega and Zeltros. So
Alright, let's check this out then. What's the code?
56550. Oh no. This is rough.
We indeed don't have a game. We are still on the searching while we are just waiting for people to check in. They have 8 minutes left.
Alright, I'm working around the
If
clock.
we're unable to find anything, it looks like, however, Anime and Heiko match should be starting soon. In the meantime, appears my PC is having a fit. Unfortunate. Hopefully the audio ahead and got too messed up. Ramerster, am I still fine?
Yeah, you're still fine.
Alright, beautiful. Just wanted to make sure. Apologize for the technical inconvenience. Was we are having a lot of it today.
Okay, I think I have a code for you.
Alrighty, we'll try your code.
It's coconuts 12296.
12296. Let's go.
Oh dear.
That's fine.
Are you
We
not?
will
I don't think he
try
added
this
you.
one.
Oh, that time's the charm.
We're in someone
You just
else's, that is why. We are doing the anime versus Heiko.
And he is here.
So this match should begin momentarily. I'm excited to see what decks they bring. So far we've seen a lot of blood. Hoping for
We've seen one
some.
dragon, and
We've seen one
let's hope for some
dragon
more
and just
diversity.
blood. That being said, taking a look at the decks these two are bringing, we have a Blood Dragon Moon coming from anime, and Heiko is running Forced Shadow and Sword.
Oh,
So
those are some.
Heiko bringing in some spicy picks. I do always appreciate it.
Those are some off-meta decks. Let's take a look. Okay, we have. Yeah, this is a pretty interesting lineup.
Do you want to talk about the lineup?
We have Deathbringer. This is not really Deathbringer Shadow. This looks like, yeah, we have Heiko bringing Last Word Shadow and Seka Forest, and then his sword deck will be OTK Sword.
Nothing too crazy outside maybe some of the glasses he's bringing.
Yeah. But the Shadow deck is pretty interesting.
Let me have a look at it.
We haven't really seen a lot of Last Word Shadow on ladder or in competitive, so this should be
I
interesting to
did
see.
get to see it a little bit in some DB scrims. It's
Mm.
it's interesting. If it high
Oh,
rolls, it really high rolls, but the low rolls are pretty low. I'm excited. I don't think it's as extreme as something like Volteo, but Shadow could
it's up there.
easily just steal a game. Especially with the Sarah's combo that he's running, because he has the 3 of Sarah's. You always have to be careful of Shadow's insane burst damage now.
The fact that CV stacks is really
Yeah,
it's really
Sarah's
daunting for the
stacking
enemy.
is insane, not to mention the value from Kagero. Uh, not Sword, I mean Shadow. Shadow's definitely in an interesting spot right now. Now that we can see, unfortunately I can't show you the decks on screen while they are in the banning phase. But that is something we will work on in the future. But I'm excited nonetheless. This should be fun.
Oh, we have a Forest Band from anime, and then
Forced in Blood being banned out, so we will see
okay,
Runecraft Dragon versus Shadow and Sword. proved to be pretty exciting nonetheless. Well, while we wait for the games to officially start, though, I will throw back on some music. Oh, never mind. It looks like they're ready to go.
Okay, so anime is bringing pure OTK fish and then under 20 rune.
Ooh, exciting. And it looks like it is going to be the pure OTK fish versus the last word shadow.
Okay, let's see.
Okay. Unfortunately, the
We can't
shadow
see
player
his hand.
didn't add me, so we will not be able to see his hand. But we will be able to follow along with our fishy friend. Rocking the Saitama. You love to see it.
Okay. He has his pieces in his hand already with Encounter and Gabriel.
Indeed. Should put him in a pretty good spot. All he has to do is focus on surviving. Playing the IO out early for tempo.
Okay, see Sarcophagus here.
Should be an easy encounter turn.
Oh, a ramp.
The ramp, however, is pretty tempting. Going to choose to ramp. And just trying to get in some chip damage.
It's fine to save Encounter for later on. Because it doesn't really matter until you're at 10 play points.
This is true. Encounter is a very powerful removal.
Yeah.
Especially when
It's
you
a
know it's going
17
to come
damage
out and hit 17 damage to a random target.
Okay, goes for the face damage.
Chooses to trade with the IO, leaving it to
Oh,
a 50-50.
Encounter.
Hits the CAG.
Oh,
Playing the Archangel.
see what he gets here.
Chooses throwback. Fluffy Angel?
Fluffy
Yes.
Angel.
Throwing his Fluffy Angel back.
Oh,
Hits double ramp.
ramp.
That is probably the best things he could have drew at this point. Because it gives
Yeah.
him a real nice easy Dragon Oracle Curse Sphere for clear.
Oh, this is the series now.
We are already starting to see the series come out and generating spells. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see what he's going to stack the spell onto.
Goes for the double ramp. Oh,
Going for the double ramp. I like the play. We'll have a pretty easy combustion demon turn next turn. As it appears, Haiku is debating on what he wants to throw away. Going to throw away the Gatekeeper, so he doesn't mill a card. Goes for the Bahamut, full board cleared, and will force him to mill. Gets out the Angel.
he's looking to heal.
He definitely needs to. Especially knowing that
Especially-
he's already has one Sarah spell in hand.
He has a bunch of
Sarah
soul strikes
spells.
in hand as well. Oh,
With plenty of soul strikes. Dragon player should realize at this point he's on quite the timer.
See Chris as well. And Chris is active.
Increase
is really rough.
active.
This is looking really bad for anime.
See, Vegeta returns 3 play points or 2?
He turns 2 play points. Only if Chris has the series buff.
I would love to be able to tell you. I was gonna say, I think you have to Ramio here. Evo's the
Romeo evolves. They both have to hit a single target. Oh,
If he trades into one thing, it makes it so he's more favorable to at least clear something, but he gives up having that ward.
but that would expose him to 12 damage next turn. Oh,
Manages to snipe off at least something. Still looking at 11 damage on board.
oh,
And
can you finish it?
should be the soul
It
strike
is.
for the game.
That was a pretty fast game.
That's just how Shadow be. Shadow be out here speedrunning matches. As Hako takes the early 1-game advantage. Now he just needs to find a win with the OTK sword against Burn Moon and Fish Dragon.
What do you think he would bring against OTK as well?
If I'm him, I'm bringing the Burn Moon because I think the majority of his games it'll be faster than the sword. But it leaves his dragon in a pretty rough spot. The dragon has to ramp a lot in order to be able to pull off the OTK
Have to be at least 3 play
before
points ahead.
turn 8.
Oh, here he brings the burn rune.
Brings the Burn Moon, choosing to have the favorable matchup first. He does need to win with both of his decks against the OTK sword though, so I think he's going to still struggle regardless.
Which one way and is interesting.
Has both grades in hand, that's a good start.
Yeah, and you see the Ramio.
You see the Ramil coming out. It's fine. Should be easy Lenkel. Turn, use the Lenkel to kill off Ramil. And just keep on moving. Keep on drawing with stuff like Insight. And just trying to get rid of as many cards as he can. Hits the other Lenkel.
Oh, this one making things a lot easier.
Indeed. Looks like
Chooses to draw.
Chooses to wait on playing the second Lenkel. Evil's the Lenkel here to get back the play points. And just wants to Scourge and draw again.
Okay. I'm expecting to see Amelia here, since they usually have it. And he doesn't.
Oh, he didn't
Okay.
hit the Amelia. Meaning we know at least one of his cards is should be the Albert. Because I want to say Jeanette is a officer, not that I'm able to check.
Oh, draws the end as well.
He now has enough burn to last, to win the game. The question is, can he thin his deck out fast enough?
They both want to race against time.
They're indeed both racing against the clock. Which one is going to be the tougher clock is the real question.
Oh, the Emilia has been played.
Amelia already coming out. Seeing the Gelt.
Oh,
Hit
it's a
the
5-5
board.
Gelt.
5-5 Gelt. Letting him keep his Amelia healthy. Keep in mind, he still has the authoring prop for this turn, so he only has to focus on clearing out the Amelia, which he could do with just Evo on Greya, letting the authoring do its tick. So if I was him, I think I'm looking to get the other Lankel out, so I could try to Scourge again.
He's thinking about Mystic Absorption. Oh, he trades.
Chooses to trade.
And he plays the Lanko now.
Still
Okay.
plays the Lankel.
Was an interesting turn.
It definitely was an interesting turn coming out from the burn boon. Unfortunately, he still has 19 cards in the deck. I don't think he's going to be able to go through that many cards in one turn.
He can't go through that much and deal 15 damage in this turn. Or 13. He can't do 13 damage.
He has to hope his opponent doesn't have all the pieces. But at this point, with the amount of tutoring that the sword has done, I just don't think it's looking good for him.
Yeah, the double Amelia and all the Gelts that did not get banished. I think he's in a rough spot here.
Banishes the Amelia. Draws one.
See Riven coming out. But that's not enough.
I think if you're the Rune, you just play as if he doesn't have it. That's your only hope at this moment. Going with the Grey to keep trying to thin out his deck.
Of his deck in the second thing banished.
So we're looking at 4.
Oh, I think
10
we're done
damage.
here. That's 15.
We're up to 15 already.
And
The
that's
other
the-
Albert making it
20.
20. Well, over 20. Leave 22 to be exact. As
And it's over.
Haiku will just sweep the set. Alright, do you want to look for the next moon code, or do you want me to try to find the next one for us? GG's to Heiko for having a clean 2-0 against anime.
Now I don't know if they've added you or not. That is the problem. I'll have to see.
Indeed. We just kind of have to guess
You
who's
have Burn
still
at it.
playing. Let's take a look at Kurasa and Ian. Kurasa was the Volteo player from the very first match we got to watch. So I'm excited to see these games.
I hope we make it in time to see it.
And it looks like we're in.
Really see one win.
Unfortunately, it looks like we missed a couple games. But let's take a look.
Oh yes, I got
We
my
have
Volteo
the
game.
Volteo again. Much to Raymister's joy and my indifference. We will get to see both players' points of view though, as it looks like a pretty normal Sekka list versus Volteo.
Bit with the evolved variant of Sekka. I've heard Ian talk about it.
It could be exciting. I wonder if that's what we're going to see today. This is the Evolve Sekka list. So Evolve Sekka versus Volteo.
Pretty good start for Kurosaya. He already has Volteo in his hand.
Yeah, he's already off to a good start as far as getting the cards he needs. This will be interesting. Because I know Sekka is able to try to use its Sekkas to beat over a big ward. But can he find the opportunity to beat over 2 or more wards and still push for that finishing damage? I think it will be the big question we have today.
11 fire being played. Okay. Oh, that's a really big executioner.
Big executioner coming out. The only other Volteo support I believe in the game is 9/11 ward on turn 4. That's definitely a lot of tempo to come out in one turn. That being said, Ian does have his R, so he can begin to chip it down with fairies.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably going to have to be how he wins this game, is by just trying to chip him down with fairies. But unfortunately, Kurasa has the Archangel in hand. I don't think he's that worried about it.
And Real Vampire comes out next turn as well.
Indeed.
Oh, that's a big board for Ian.
There's a massive board coming out already for Ian.
But Kurasa does have Hazan in hand, so
He does
shouldn't be
indeed
too big
have
of
the
an issue.
Hazan. And I think this is a pretty good target to Hazan. going for the pure shot angel to shoot something down. And just
That's
going
a
to
bot kill.
Hazan full clear the board to try to set him, put himself in the best spot he can be for the Volteo coming out next turn. And at this point, I can't help but feel that Ian's really got an uphill battle. Still no second in hand, so he has to rely on just fairy chip damage, resolves, and the Grimnir when he draws it. So we will see if it's enough to get through. We see the first Volteo coming out, clearing the board, and just generating so much value from here on out.
But the rune red sweater draw is unfortunate though.
The Rune Web is probably the worst card he could have drawn here. I don't think he's upset though. He hit
But Ian has two
the
resolves.
next two of his biggest cards. Unfortunately, both are just going to get resolved away.
Even all three maybe.
Maybe all three. I think if you're Ian, you have to at least try to save the third one for as long as possible though.
Now the cards to look out for are Lucifer and Luzen. But both of them can't be targeted by spells.
I just feel like if he spends all three resolves this turn, that he just won't have a way to get over the wards when he's looking for lethal. He's thinking about playing it, chooses to, draws the Grimnir, and is going to go for the Shama Shama play to just try to push in some extra damage. Bouncing Shama Shama. And passing. So he's able to answer one big board, but how many times can he do it? Volteo coming out to clear the board again. And probably just nice easy pass. Just see what the dice roll.
Let's see. Gabriel. And
Probably, I'd say probably an average roll. Two medium-sized creatures.
it's all average and that's the legendaries.
We
Those big ones.
more than likely won't be seeing anything as insane as we saw from the last turn.
Oh, but could be over here.
It could be. It doesn't appear that it will be, though. Ian doing lots of chip damage with his fairies. Getting his opponent low. I don't think Volteo has really any more healing left.
Senna's demon is already in his hand as well as Traps level. This is really bad.
Only at
And
9
he draws the
play
second as
points,
well.
so he's unable to play the Rune Web.
And that's his third Volteo.
Plays Volteo for the third turn in a row. And I think if you're him, you just pass and you hope to get some really big wards that can't be targeted. He's really
Hoping for
looking for the Lucifer. Doesn't get it.
Oh,
Those pretty...
no,
Feels like a low roll coming out.
Lucifer wouldn't work because Lucifer can't be attacked, so there's no point having a ward point.
This is true.
Luzen is the one to look out for. Then we see I think the second.
We start to see Sekka coming out. They believe this is all she wrote.
And this is it.
All he needs to do is remove that last ward, which Evo Shamashama will be enough to do. And that is game. Ian taking this one. The turn where having all 3 results in hand saved him the game. There's no way around it.
And Sunbreak also really helped a lot here with regards to the resolve.
Indeed. The room quickly being disbanded. And so we will be on to find our next ones. Congratulations, Ian, for winning that set.
Props to Kirisaya for bringing Volteo Blood.
I know you're a big fan of the deck.
Maybe I just loved that deck too much.
Maybe.
And we cannot watch the last round 2 match, unfortunately.
It would appear it's over and we are just waiting for the brackets to be made. So we will again cut to a music break. So do enjoy, as so far we've had some really exciting matches so far. I can't wait to see what else we get throughout the rest of the day, as we still have 3 rounds left to cast and spectate. That being said, enjoy the music, guys. I'm having an awesome time. Hopefully you are as well.
It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
Alrighty. With
Okay.
the matches beginning, let's see what rooms we have open. We have Ian's room open, which we could pop into. I'm gonna see if we can find someone else to spectate though. Hopefully some people we
Request from
haven't seen.
Estrella.
I know I was looking at Hitas and Zeltros. I believe we haven't got to watch
Yeah.
them play at all.
We've been watching a lot of Kirasaya.
It's just been the luck of the draw. Like we just pop into whatever rooms we can find when we can find them.
Oh.
They literally just posted this though. What do you mean?
It could be that they just didn't add you.
It would appear they do not have the room open for spectators. So we will keep on looking If I don't see any other rooms, it looks like we'll be watching another Ian set. Yeah, let's pop into Ian's set. We haven't seen him do a full set, so it will be Silent Suzuko versus Ian in this set, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get it pulled up. And we are in. We have Haven Blood Forest. We see the blood getting banned. We see the dragon getting banned. So it will be Blood and Haven versus Haven and Forest.
Okay, let's get right into it.
No waiting around for this set.
They're excited and so am I. Let's go.
You don't sound very excited at the moment.
Trust me,
Trust?
I'm just holding myself back.
Are
I'm just
you?
holding myself back.
You're just that peaked with excitement. You trying to dial it back. That is understandable though,
If I
as
let-
we've seen some pretty awesome sets so far today.
Yeah. Okay. We have Wardhaven.
But we have a Wardhaven with Jean versus the Evo Blood. So this should prove to be fairly exciting.
Looks like Ian did not high roll this time. Another Kumia.
And Ian is our Haven, the bottom screen. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, oh, that's a good draw for Silent.
It's a wonderful draw for this Haven deck.
Ian
Blood
as well
getting
with the
to
Sarisa.
open up with the Alizard though on turn 2. Both players having pretty nice openers. We've seen the Sarisa come out
Sarisa.
early and aggressive, which can be really hard for Blood to deal with this early on.
He doesn't have resolve, so this is pretty difficult for him. Okay, see the Sarisa getting buffed here. And we see. Oh,
We see the other ward come out.
no combustion demons on hand. It's pretty rough as well for this matchup.
Indeed.
That is gonna be a 8-8 Laura.
It will be, and I don't know if he can really do anything about it. I think his best play will be the Ramiel to try to throw up a ward and ramp to 6 so that way he can try
Yeah.
to go for a world clear.
Goes for the Ramio here. Ah,
Kills off the ward and looks like he wants to burst the
Goes
bubble
for the
already.
shield.
I do like popping the shield. However, having but another ward to keep placing. And at this point, I can't help but feel this match is already starting to... Maybe not starting to run away, as he does have the world for the clear. Will get some HP, get some health back.
oh, that's another wall.
Draws the second world, which might be enough to help him claw back in the game.
Oh. This just set Ian behind a lot.
Indeed.
Because his hand isn't looking that good either.
His hand is pretty dry. He has to hold the combustion demon.
Oh. That is nice.
I
But
think
it's gonna have to
I
wait.
think if you ham, you just resolve the world. No, choosing to go with the combustion demon clear.
Because he drew into Envelop, and that's why he's going for it.
I don't hate this line of play. But the only thing is he's going to be a little strapped on Evos.
Yeah.
Delaying
That's a
how
Jin
long
Sen
it's
though.
going to take for the Grimnir to come online.
Oh.
Sorry about that. See the Thunderbolt Fiend coming out
Okay. Draws into Halesina.
and going for the Showdown Demon. I think here you throw away Halsena, you throw away the other Fiend.
You re-evolve any of them?
You don't chooses to
He
evolve,
evolves.
which means he
He's
will
looking to
burn
get
one card.
Area. I think he's trying to get Area out.
Don't know if I agree with it, as he's going to now overdraw where he wasn't going to overdraw before. It does,
Oh, I
however,
think it's
make his
fine.
board quite a bit stickier.
He has
Does
the
top
pieces in
deck
it,
the
and
Nerea.
draws the Area. That is nice.
Is hovering the Combustion Demon. He's thinking about his Evos.
Oh,
Looks
he
like
goes
he
away.
wants to try to end it early by just getting the Evos out and trying to find the double Grimnir.
Looks like we might see a triple Siox on turn 10.
We just might. I see the Jean coming out. Full clears board. Cuts
But
into
Grimnir is
both of their HP though. And yeah, Ian's short 2 Evos. So his Grimnir is not activated. Resolve isn't able to draw him cards. He has to, I guess, pine into
Look for Lunarian.
Enchanted to reload. But this is a pretty easy Nevaeh turn.
Drawing Lunarian Paladin for Ian on the next turn will be really helpful. Because he'll
Indeed.
set up his Resolve and Grimnir at the same time. Oh, Grimnir. Oh, that's lethal.
That's lethal. There
Probably
is
double
no
Grimnir.
next turn for Ian. His double Grimnir damage is insane, doing 20 damage as early as turn 8. This is definitely the meta of OTKs. It feels like every deck out here can just kill you on turn 8. Unless you have a really big board. Unfortunately, Ian just wasn't able to set up the board that game.
That's him losing Sarisa really changed the game.
Yeah, the world just restoring so much health and clearing the board and drawing, like the world single-handedly won him that game.
Yeah.
And it
And now
looks
we
like
have
we have a
Evo Forest.
Sink Haven against the Evo Sekka.
Keeps the Sunbright off.
I don't know if I agree with it. I'm still I don't know about you, but I know me personally, when I'm playing this deck, I still hard mull to hit the Aria personally.
Not if you're Ian, he just drew it.
There's a reason why he's playing in this tournament and not me after all. He is just the better gamer. And that's all I can say. Hats off to him. He is more skilled than I.
think
You
he just has
see
more
the
luck than
iron
you.
come out pretty aggressively. Draws the second aria.
Oh my god.
As I said, he is simply just the better gamer.
And now keeping Sunbright off is so there's so much more value now.
Indeed. He's going to be able to very easily generate the wisps if he wants. He's looking at the aria this turn.
You could Aria this then.
I think ariaing this turn is fine. He won't mill any cards for doing it. He'll be able to.
And he sets up Boost
Hmm?
for Sunbright. He sets up Boost for Sunbright off as well.
He does. Which is why I personally like the aria lineup play this turn. Just generate those wisps and get them ready. And pretty much hit all the
That's-
Evo, like hit all 5 Evos just on turn 6. Which it looks like that's the line of play Ian wants to go for here.
Silent here still does not have his Sanctuary.
Indeed.
This is
If
going to
not
be rough.
Not getting that sanctuary pretty early. Ew.
Oh,
Ooh.
I
Top
think like what
decks
I
a
just said.
sanctuary. So
You can forget I said everything.
both players are really starting to hit both of their game plans. This should be pretty exciting. I think because the Sekka is running the Evo package and he has the resolve ready for the sanctuary when it comes out, that he's really not worried about anything. I think the Evo version of Sekka is favored against Sanctuary because it has so much burst damage. Between like the Grimnirs and the Sekkas, I think it can be really challenging for the Haven player to overcome. Going to just play out the Sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
Draws another Unicorn Altar, chooses to play it this turn. Now has a 1 mana
No, this is a big
Unicorn.
turn.
And this should be a massive turn for Ian. Being able to Evo 4 cards this turn, putting him at 5 Evos already at turn 6, and he still has an Evo point left. Not to mention a massive board, which will be...
It's unfortunate that it dies to Benevolent Light on the next turn.
The Blight will full clear the board, but I think if you're Ian, you just kind of don't care.
Yeah,
You already
do have
hit your
Sekka.
Evo goal. Like, this resolve when he plays it will draw him 2 cards. And he gets to remove the Sank for just 1 mana. I think he's pretty okay with this result. We see just Blight pass.
Oh, yeah, Grimnir is out.
See the Grimnir. Going for the early Grimnir. Gets his opponent down to 6.
Bounces the Grimnir.
I like bouncing Grimnir, personally.
This is really...
I think his most aggressive play would be if he plays the Shama, Evos it, and then bounces Shama back. Putting him down where he could have put him down to 3. And then just resolve it, whatever comes out into play. However, this is Sanctuary he's against. Sanctuary has a lot of healing.
He's gonna heal a lot this turn with that 1 play point Unicorn and Zilganea already.
He's weighing out his options. Zilganea by himself full clears the board, so I think it should be a Zilganea into the Unicorn. Just try to heal up as much as he can.
He knows Ian has Grimnir in his hand already.
I think he's doing the math to try to figure out how much HP he'll be at and whether it'll be enough to get him to... Chooses to play the Unicorn first. he might be looking at a different line of play
我が手
than
の
us.
ひらより創生は
Still
来たれ
chooses
no,
to
he'll be-
Zilganea.
Except that
Draws last. Baby Rage.
Okay. This is looking. Oh, resolves the unicorn.
Resolves the unicorn.
Resolves
As the
again.
other resolve. I think he's doing the math to figure out if he can lethal this turn. And let's
So-
see, with the other resolve,
We get 6 play points left.
6 play points left. He needs to keep 4.
意地悪な
I
羽だ
don't believe he has it this turn.
何して遊ぶの
Wait. Yeah. He'll be one off, I think. If my
Indeed.
math is correct.
Ian, thinking about playing the second resolve, chooses to go ahead and play the second resolve.
Oh, the Seka is out now.
The Seka being
何して遊
out
ぶの
is pretty
追いつ
scary.
きたいの
As if he wants, he can already start setting up his Seka by playing it and bouncing it back to generate the Seka spells. However, due to how full his hand is, I don't think is going to be the line of play.
ねえ何して遊ぶの
Not to mention,
Oh.
runs out of time. Burning Smoke here, though, pretty rough for the Haven. Like, not
Yeah.
having access to either the 1 heal every turn or just a free heal
But,
in a pinch is pretty rough. That being said, I think he has the world, he has Raw, he has plenty of options here. Nonetheless.
I think healing should be a priority for him here.
Healing definitely should be. I think he's just trying to figure out what's the best way to maximize his healing.
Yeah, it has to be Cell. He's the one that gives the most value.
Indeed.
いったそう
Gonna Evo for some extra
He's
damage.
going for the face damage.
I think you have to at this point if you're the Sanctuary player. The longer this match drags out, especially when you know he has the Grimnir in hand, the scarier this gets. He's hovering the Seka. I think he's doing the math about how to bounce.
虚言
He's going to choose to play the
Oh,
Seka
you
and
need
start
16.
bouncing it for spells.
He does have 3 bounces in his hand.
Indeed.
お楽しみの始ま
Plays
り
the
です
Shama Shama in order to make room.
ついてこい 虚言欺瞞
Seka.
すべて振り切る
Correct me if I'm wrong. If you bounce, it'll put the Seka
Yeah,
in
you-
your hand, then it wisps.
Yeah.
Yes.
He'll be at 20 now.
虚言欺瞞
And I think it's
すべて
over.
振り切る
I believe this is lethal.
私の道だ
Yeah, that's a
Nonetheless.
12.
私の道だ
That's a 12 plus 3 right there.
私の道だ森よ答えて
Seka
okay.
herself just coming out.
邪魔した
2
お前が悪いん
OTK
だ
doesn't need to. I
Oh, he
myself
almost
am
missed the
having
timer.
some small technical issues. Almost missed it due to the timer. But Seka's big. Seka hurts. 15 damage.
The Grimnir really helped us though early on, chipping off then.
Indeed. As we get to see
私こそが
Haven
あなたの勝利。
matchups.
そ
We
の
have
時空から
the Ward versus the Saint.
Thank God I'm not watching a Senk mirror match.
It would definitely, if it was the Saint mirror match, I think we'd be watching this until the next set. But he has
Oh,
the
Ian.
Anvelt for turn 1. So I think Ian should be feeling pretty confident with this hand. As well as I believe the Ward is favored here. Because I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, he is running
Oh.
Evo package with the Combustion Demons and the Grimnirs to
Yeah.
help give him reach.
I was gonna say that drawing Sarisa would be the icing on top, and he really did draw it.
私の出番ね。
Some people just have it all. And Ian today just has it all.
I think it's every day for him.
As I said, man, there's a reason why he's playing and I'm out here casting.
You would have drawn all 3 Anvelts.
私が
Maybe.
みんなを助ける光になる。示したり。
You see the Sarissa coming out on 3.
Silent does have Blind Justice in hand though.
He has to blind justice this turn. I don't think he has a choice about it.
Yeah, and he goes for it.
師匠。
Ah, Embodiment is an interesting card.
示したり。奇跡でぶち抜く。
As we see the embodiment come out, grabs the
Oh, he
Silent
plays it.
Desires and plays it, which full clears the board and heals him for 2.
That is nice, considering he doesn't have Senk this time.
玉切れ。
全空を照らすはまばゆき脅威。
奇跡神託。
Ah,
人に闇を超える。
すべての争いに貫く。
As we see
Okay.
Ian just trying to go as wide as
弱者
possible,
の叫びに鉄火で報いる
especially because he can pop his Anvelt this turn and just have a big board to threaten. We see the Sync player looking at the Ra. I think he has
he
to
drops the Ra
with
here.
this. Indeed. So I think this turn's almost always
攻
just
勢は無期
Ra
日運
Evo.
にくらめ払われました
yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he always kept Ra in his hand as well for the last game.
I want to say he did.
I
He ended up drawing
think-
both of them and never really finding the opportunity to play either. Which is why Ra on 5 is just so strong. You set it and you forget it. Like once that Ra hits the board, he's already done his job. With the theoretical infinite amount of damage.
活路を
let
開
me
く
see.
泉はせぬぞ
Grants is off here.
示したり。
Okay, those are some nice draws. Especially the Neven Paladin. There's a lot of synergy with Pine.
Being able to Paladin and Pine will give him quite a lot of burst damage. Especially
will
if
be
this
big next turn.
Sanctuary tries to go wide. Not that he really can this turn. Gonna set up the altar. And draw. Has the Blind Justice. Still hasn't seen his Sank, however.
Could be bottom 3.
It'd be truly tragic if it is bottom 3.
私の出番ね。
Well, I had Grimnir bottom 3 before, so
That is just
it could
heartbreaking
happen.
to hear.
And it is quite sad when your whole deck revolves around playing Grimnir. Okay, let's
I
see.
think you mean Sanctuary, but yes, I do agree.
Oh no, I was doing OTK control rune, so Grimnir was my only win con.
Okay. I thought we were both still talking about Sank.
It works the same way as well, yeah. But for this case, you have Ra, so. Oh, this will be big.
It will be. He really has all the options in the world open to him. Chooses to get
Oh.
the Barong out.
今罪状をあげますね必ず救います残念有逮捕です
And
Go
that's going to be
Trade.
示したり
it's gonna be 5 damage this time. Still doesn't have the Sank.
Still doesn't have Sank, but he can heal up for a lot this turn, as well as kind of deal with board.
Yeah, but the Barong is really intimidating, yeah. Because he can't be touched. He can't be targeted by spells, and Benevolent Blight doesn't kill him.
Yeah. Does, however, have a lot of healing, which he can try to use to just hold out a little bit longer. Uses Bolt Spell here.
Okay, let's see. Pine again.
改心しなさい示したり奇跡でぶち抜く
Oh, this is dangerous.
Ian Miss Lethal.
Yeah, he's off by 1, but I don't think he had it.
He did with the Pyre. Wait, no? Am I doing my math wrong? No, it would have been lethal. Oh wait, no,
No,
he
but
has no Evo.
Yeah, he can't. Yeah,
There
he
we
does have
go.
Evo. And he will most likely suicide the unicorn if he realizes it. So, yeah. Oh, this is really rough.
Looking at a Metamorphosis display. I think at this point you're too low to really Metamorphose one of your opponent's creatures. I think he has to trade into the Blight plus set.
Hey. Jin.
Gets the Jean. I don't believe it's enough though.
Okay.
Just trying to push in as much damage as he can.
罪状をあげますね
Oh, he doesn't have
これが
enough
聖
yet.
なる鎧か
Doesn't have enough, but gets to refill his hand. I think
But the
is
Ra would be lethal next turn.
just as good. Depends on how much he's able to heal this turn.
He can't really do much. Playing Jin would kill him. Okay.
The set
And I
pass.
我が手の
and
That
Zokanea
should-
comes off.
that is most certainly game. All he has to do is swing with Zilganea, drop
世
the
界を
world,
巡る
and that is it. That's all she wrote.
逮捕です。
勝手に動く
私を誰だと。
Okay. Not drawing sync really did him in.
Yeah, not hitting the sink is brutal, and he just could not sustain through all of Ian's damage.
Especially against what even where follows really easily. Like big pots.
Make big sticky boards. Always a strong game plan. Alrighty, let's have a look and see if there are any matches still going on. I believe if there are any, they should be wrapping up. But let's take a
The only match that is going on is the one we can't watch.
that
That is
does
unfortunate.
be our luck, unfortunately. So I guess we will just have to cut to another music break. In the
Catch y'all for round
meantime,
4.
yeah, see you guys at round 4. Again, for those that might have missed it earlier, on behalf of GG, I want to thank them for letting me come out and commentate at this. I know this is a test run for them as far as streaming this event goes. And most importantly, I want to thank you guys at home for playing in the event and choosing to watch with us despite the technical difficulties and the learning curves we've experienced today. It
Really
really does
appreciate it,
mean
guys.
the world to me and everyone at GT. So thank you once again. We really cannot do this without you guys' support. And I'm sure you're tired of hearing my voice, so I'm going to throw on some music. I will see you when we have more games.
I'm like choppers, choppers. Better took those risks. Cold blood in my fists, we fire starters, starters. One out of a million will reach those heights. Always had a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never could toss. Look in my eyes, I'm on the rocks, rise. A couple milli now, I'm causing a commotion. I've been coasting, hear my name around the world like an explosion.
Rise up, rise up. We are the apocalypse, and a path that keeps us floating. As we fly above the stars, the night won't scare us falling. So rise up. I'm too great to be landed. Rise up. Way too great to be standing.
They never gonna stop us. Fly by them like choppers, choppers. Better took those risks. Cold blood in my fists, we fire starters, starters. Let's go. One out of a million will reach those heights. Always had a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never could toss. Look in my eyes, I'm on the rocks, rise.
Try your luck and take a chance. Before the risks in this moment, take my hand and break my heart. I'll never walk this road again. Stumbling steps grow to a dance where things change forever. There's no regrets, only the past. Will I change? Never. So swing me around, take me down. You won't break me, I'm too strong. Keep saying it wrong, I'll play along, but I will never be a victim. So swing me around, take me down. You won't break me, I'm too strong. Keep saying it wrong, I'll play along, but I will never be a victim. Never be a We barely know, you hurt, I grow, I rock, you roll, we steal the show. I lock, you load, we lose control. I won't be held responsible. Run to the hills, leave love behind. Let's lose all concepts of time. I'll take yours and make it mine. Loving me, myself, and I. So swing me around, take me down. You won't break me, I'm too strong. Keep saying it wrong, I'll play along, but I will never be a victim. So swing me around, take me down. You won't break me, I'm too strong. Keep saying it wrong, I'll play along, but I will never be a victim.
Alrighty, it looks like the next sets are about to start. They're making the rooms as we speak. I'm excited. How about you,
Okay.
Ninja?
Estrella's been asking to watch his games, so
Estrella?
I
Alright.
I think we can do that.
Yeah, we haven't got to see Estrella or Zeltros play,
Yeah.
so we will make sure to watch them this round. The room
Yeah.
is up. Let's give it a look.
It's 7
Yeah, I got
78619. Okay.
it. Oops. Alrighty, it looks like we missed the bans, but Estrella's Boon got banned and Zeltros' Haven got banned. So it's it's the old Dragon v Shadow from both of them. I am excited to see who's gonna lead with what. If there's gonna be anyone trying to big brain one another. This should hopefully prove to be some
Hey.
exciting games.
We have two different shadow decks here. So from Zoltros we have Aggro Shadow, and then from Estrella we have Deathbringer Shadow.
I'm excited. We did see Deathbringer Shadow earlier in the tournament, and it,
I don't think no, that was Last Words I think. Yeah, it was Last Words Shadow with Pumpkin.
so wait, what do we? Yeah, it's aggro.
Yeah, we saw
and-
Last Words
isn't it
Shadow.
Last words again.
No, it's Aggro. It's Aggro v. It's Aggro and Deathbringer now.
Oh,
Oh.
exciting!
Okay,
We haven't
with
seen it.
Estrella.
before.
I haven't seen it since Eternal Awaken. This should be interesting to watch. Oh, okay.
The good old emoting for the people at home to see.
Ramp.
Forcibly the bonanza out early without anything to really proc his effects. Pretty risky, but I think it's mostly safe as Dragon in these first few turns really just wants to focus on ramping and kind of ignoring the board. But
Yeah, they don't have removals early on, usually, just from playing followers.
Mm.
So, I think should be fine.
But it does leave Estrella hoping to hit a card to hopefully be able to bury alright. If he doesn't, his turn 4 is looking really weak. So I think
Yeah. Oh, the Raja is up.
you see the Vazir come out. Has the Savoring Sash to help deal
right,
with
right
that.
on cue.
Hey man, as I said, that's why these guys are playing and not me.
Same here.
Drawing the Grimoires early though.
He drew all three already. That's kind of.
Does make it a lot rougher not being able to invoke them out of the deck.
Just to waste play points playing them.
Unfortunately, we won't have the Dragon's point of view, so we're really left to just guess of what he might or might not have.
It is Space Dragon. So,
It's always Space Dragon, or at least that's how it feels when you're on ladder.
Oh, I'm guilty of doing it. I've only played Face Dragon when I was timing.
We do see the boy come out. Dragon's just gonna keep on ramping. Playing big minions and ramping. Never a bad thing to do when you're dragon. See the grave coming out.
Oh,
Jack Shovel. It's the flood board a little bit. Just ram it in, have a nice clean trade. And just keep on cycling. Do the name of the game for
Oh,
this
the IMT is not-
Gremory Shadow. As they just try to power through their deck to proc Gremory. It will be exciting to see around what turn he's able to actually fully proc Gremory though. I know in the last set, they were able to pretty consistently do it around turn 7. I'm curious to see if it can still be done. As we see the Razia coming out,
Oh,
getting
big
on the
runs, yeah.
bike, getting evoed. Shell's looking at a lot of damage. No matter how he chooses to clear it.
I think Wings might be the play here.
I think you have to wings, but he's
Oh,
choosing
okay.
not to. I don't hate this play either.
This softens the blow.
So soften the blow a bit. He still has to take 8 damage though.
Oh, that's the first one I watch.
It's just the strength of Razia. Just making this big minion that you have to clear, and when you do, it still does a million damage to your face.
Oh, I'm still the Jova getting popped.
Gets the early Jerba pop. Gonna Evo it to clear the board. Which will leave Estrella at 9 HP already. It's only at 14 shadows as well.
Gremory is far from activating. Oh, the Fate Order is really good here.
Fatal Order does help a lot. Lets him clear, lets him heal up at least a little bit. We're back to our favorite game of trying to speculate what the dragon's thinking about.
Maybe Gandagoza?
Either Ganda or Void, they always have it.
I mean,
Which
if he
one will
Gandas
it be?
into the Deathbringer, then that amulet won't go off since Deathbringer gets banished. So that would be nice. But Jova still activates at the end of the turn, so don't think. Yeah, this is kind of weird.
I think if you're him, you don't really care if the amulet gets popped. I think your main goal is just to keep throwing damage at his face till he
Yeah.
eventually has to.
It's still 8 damage.
シュビット参上
Oh, Hypersonic
シュビシュバ
accept the Sonic.
goes for the trade.
設計は想像の卵
この力を使う
Chooses a trade and set up.
The Custer play was kind of weird.
Makes it so he's able to proc Gremory pretty easy this turn though. We see the Dejita coming out to try to recover some blade points.
Oh.
Is going to go ahead with all Jack Shovel. Gremory will now be active whenever he chooses to play it. Gets
It'd
the
be
other
pretty-
Fatal Order, which is be huge to be able to bring Deathbringer back out whenever he wants.
It's gonna be big for him. With Gremory and IMT ready to be played on the same turn.
Indeed. He will go really wide.
Oh, Razia.
In fact, I think that's probably what he'll do, is he'll Gremory to IMDb to get some mana back, and then just Fatal Order to clear the board and keep on healing.
Ahiji Bonanza as well. It's a really good board.
呪っちゃう
ぶん殴れ
Chooses to play out the second Gremory just to have more ward to try to protect his face. And at this point, it's looking pretty hard if you're Dragon. This is a really big board you have to try to find a way to deal with.
I don't think there's any tools for him to deal with this kind of board.
At least not with the cards that are currently run in this version of Dragon. I don't believe there is any answers.
くだらない獣ね
Yeah, as the Dragon
Oh.
chooses to concede. So Estrella taking the early win with his Gremory Shadow, something we haven't seen in a long time. It is quite enjoyable to see it come out this game.
This is why Gremory Shadow was tier 1 during Eternal Awakening.
Indeed. It was able just to so quickly build up such big boards that were really hard to deal with. And even
Yeah.
if you removed them, they still had the Necro Impulse for burn. And they just had so much
家族を
sustain.
守るために
Oh,
お前の命
Okay.
運
And we
Coco
will
did
now
system.
see the two face decks going at it. Aggro Shadow versus Vehicle Dragon. And if you're Estrella, I imagine you're pretty happy with this hand. You got the Wormfire for 1 and then a lot of ramp.
that's almost the ideal hand for you here.
I do have to agree with you.
生かすぜ骨骨スタイ
Eh, Bone
Aggro
Fanatic.
Shadow leading with the Bone Fanatic, so he has this one drop as well. Getting the Tiamat will likely be very big in this matchup. Being able to
ルこれぞ
pretty much deal with a lot of the boards that Aggro Shadow can produce and healing. drop as we see another one drop coming out for Aggro Shadow. But a sticky board nonetheless. I imagine it might make you think twice about just choosing the only ramp. Yeah, looking at trading, trying to get these last words out of the way. Plays the bike.
He's going for the Reggie next turn.
I like the Reggie play next turn. It'll help him answer with the Grudge Teller. It'll let him just keep trying to mitigate damage while ramping, which is ultimately what you need to be doing as Dragon in this matchup.
ブレードツール
恨んじゃいそう。
これぞファッション。
ベーコンどもこっちだぞ
Okay.
オレイズファッション
So it looks like the aggression might be slowing down a little bit. Up
I
too
guess
soon.
not. I guess not.
設計は想像の卵
This might be one of the few matches where
You don't ramp.
all this ramp really isn't helping him. He's just unable to ever play it safely.
恨んじゃいそう。
Yeah, this is quite unfortunate.
However, does get to answer the board though, which is what he needs to do in order to survive.
He is running a little bit low on resources for
恋
bot
し
lane.
たんだね。
Oh, the Muteo has
僕
been
の
dropped.
闇交わると共に会おう。
Milteo being big gets the series nonetheless though. Gonna evo it to get her spell.
油断をするな。
That spell is game winning.
花弁散らし。
If he has Abysmal Wave in his hand, it could be over the next turn. If he has the correct
Very
pieces.
well could be.
「いけない方」
Can't help but feel that you at least must be a little afraid to play the. I mean, you have to play on wings, but letting the Aggro Shadow draw 2 cards could just be
Is-
helping him get to the OTK.
ひらめいた
Yeah, you could have him pull off his correct one of the pieces he needs if he doesn't have it already. And that's pretty dangerous, yeah. Especially when you're at 14 HP and you know that he has a Darkest Desire in his hand. Seeing all the ramp goes to waste hurts.
If he can hold out, if he doesn't die this turn, he at least maybe has the chance to heal with Forte. It'll be a 1 in 3 to get the drain. But there is still some hope. Unfortunately, we can't see the Shadow player's hand, so we don't know if he's doing the math for combo.
Oh, the timer is going.
The timer is going. Go.
毎日が
Oh,
新しい
it's
朝
not like-
Please,
Abysmal Wave.
please
闇
leave this
交わる
moment
共に会おう。
without the serious spell on it.
甘い。
Just
Let's give him enough
wanting
time.
to get his damage out now.
He
And
doesn't have enough
he
time.
didn't have enough time to attack. Estrella thinking about the best way to do it. If I were him, I can't help but feel like I would just slam down the Forte. If he gets the drain, I think he just wins this match outright.
Even if he doesn't, clearing the 8-6 is really big. Especially when you know he doesn't have any more evolve points.
This is true. He could go for the. He's not going to.
He's going for the Curse Driver Razia play, I think.
切り札の一発吹き飛べ
The Razia with the curse is a board clear, leaves him with a nice thick Razia on board nonetheless. And I think that just might be game for the Shadow player.
Yeah, Rose just got reversed real quickly. Because of that timeout. I'm actually really curious about his hand.
You and me both.
I know
I
one
think
of them
he-
is a yeah.
ついてるじゃないやるぞ
That
みん
cold
な
boss.
憎い
Okay.
憎い
Gets over the Razia, but has to spend 2 ghosts to do it. He still takes 7 damage in return. That would have been lethal if he managed to queue up the attack in time.
行くぜ
Finally playing the ramp.
Only to draw more vamp.
And he gets rushed.
Doesn't get the drain. However, Rush in itself not bad. Lets him hold on to the Evo a little bit longer while still clearing the board.
You know he only has 2 playable cards in his hand. I think Estrella knows that.
悪く
そう
ない
Oh.
Tragic way to lose. I can't help but feel terrible for the Shadow player here.
Losing to the timer is really unfortunate. Especially when you had the opportunity to win.
Timer is unforgiving. Timer is cruel some days.
The true enemy.
This is a true enemy of all. Nonetheless, good gameplay from Estrella. And we will have to move on. We might be able to find another match though.
Hey, let's see. Any matches you have in mind?
Any that are open.
I think you have dubs added, so 73435.
Well, we haven't seen Styx or Kong Ming play, if I'm correct.
Oh,
So I'm gonna take a peek
You
at
could do
their
that.
room to see if it is open.
oh, I guess it's not.
And it is not. So I guess we will just go down the list.
Oh, tub's already won. Okay.
So we just watched the
Already lost, I mean.
Stellas, Omegas. Let's take a look. No luck.
Oh,
Already checked you. Looks like
coconuts.
we might, yeah. Hey, and we are, and we do get to watch it. It looks like it was 1-1. However, I didn't really get to get a good look. But nonetheless, we move on. And it is Dragon
Dragon.
Blood.
気が凍てつき心が
I'm
凍る
curious to see which version of Blood this
知り
is.
ませんよ
And it is the Evo
Oh,
versus
it is the
Space
Evo version.
Dragon.
Oh, that's a nice hand.
That is indeed a very nice hand for the Dragon player.
And Blood has an interesting
Kind-
hand, to say the least.
It's definitely interesting. There's worse hands for Blood, but there's definitely much better hands as well.
まっさらな荒野を行こ
The double scorpion is really helpful. And he gets a 3-drop as well.
And the
Okay.
drop.
And I think he's back.
And I think he's back into a good spot
う冒険だ
once again.
荒野に想像の弾みを入れ
However,
る
he is rather behind on board already, though.
足りない至らない
Gets the raw meal for next turn. So I
And then
think
gets all of his
he's
areas.
drew
Wait, that
all
was-
three Naria already.
なんと冷酷
That was top 10 of his
ブ
deck.
レードツール
役立た
冒険
ず
だ
Dragon just keeps on vamping, keeps on putting pressure out.
鮮血強烈喝采強化
Will have the full clear here.
次は何作ろう
おや
And he's
残
back
念
up to full health. Has a Thunderbolt to set up the Naria.
まっさらな
So
荒
I
野を行
imagine
こ
he's just sitting on Cloud9. Like, he is chilling without a worry in the world now.
Oh,
う
gets his second
君
thunderbolt.
が泣きやがれ日が暮れる
Cleared the board and just keep on drawing the things that Blood wants to do
上
in
も
this
下
matchup.
も大
Seeing
泣き
Ganda goes for 12 damage this turn.
古今無双参る
This is
熱よ見せよ
the power of Dragon nonetheless. His opponent's at 5 mana, he's at 9. And he just gets to clear board, do 12 face damage, and still have a threat that must be removed. Or else he
Oh, he burns the resolve.
risks
That's
possibly losing. Choosing to heal this turn.
yeah. He couldn't play the Naria if, cause the dragon might have
わか
Ganda
る
goes
のすべて忘れろ
At 11 HP. And the dragon just starts digging.
from the Roy.
活路を開く
Nah, I think he's just trying to save the boy till he gets something he can kill off with it as well.
火を焚こう
But the combustion demon on the empty board's still very strong. We see the George comes
Oh,
out
George is really strong here as well. Especially
with
with
the
Diamond.
Tiamat, gives him the full clear. Doesn't choose to evolve.
漂う
The Georges.
He's saving it to the do big damage with Gandagoza or Roy.
アンリミテ
He finds them.
上も下も大泣き腕が鳴る
Can't help but feel like this is just maybe a little too greedy of a play though.
I would have evolved Georges and used Diamond on it.
Same. I think it would have made it a
Oh,
lot
and
harder.
it pays off. It pays off for him.
It pays off.
これが時代の正義です
It pays to be greedy.
失敗
It really does sometimes.
ああ愉快
許さないから
Doesn't need the Evo, has the perfect lethal in hand ready to go. Thanks to Roy's enhance effect.
That was like a perfect game.
It was textbook gameplay for the dragon.
And I think that's it.
And that will conclude the matches that we're able to spectate for this round, unfortunately. So we will have to cut back to a music break.
Hate me or love me, I'll drive you wild. Let it all go, give it to me. I wanna hear you scream, scream out my name. I wanna hear you scream, like I can't be replaced. I need to hear you. Can't take for granted where I've been. Went through hell and back again. Scars on my mind, the bruises and skin. I lean on you when times get tough. When they drag me down, you pick me up. So let it all go, give it to me. I wanna hear you scream, scream out my name. I wanna hear you scream, like I can't be replaced. I wanna hear you scream, scream out my name. I need to hear you scream, like I can't be replaced. So I've come to the conclusion, just a rotten piece of fruit. So I'll end up dying slowly, rotting away. See, I just want to be able to climb without a fall, to get out of this maze and run. Please strike me thunder, let me get closer to the light. Please strike me thunder, so I can be great. So I've come to the conclusion, I'm just one man amongst thousands. In this world I'll load them, sure they'll do fine without me. The chemicals in my head don't work as yours, 'cause every piece of road is a little bit of happiness.
never wanna hold you back. I wanna give you every chance to make it, to make it. I'm afraid if our love collides, you'll leave me alone tonight. 'Cause I'm changing and I'm breaking. Is this over? I'm scared to ask these questions, 'cause I know that you'll reject my love. Moving slower, frozen to these pieces without a shoulder to cry on. Never wanna hold you back. I wanna give you every chance, and I'll stand against all enemies, your enemies. I'm afraid if our love collides, you'll leave me alone tonight. 'Cause I'm changing and I'm breaking, but I'll still be your superhero. I'll be your superhero. But I'll still be your superhero. I'll be your superhero.
Alrighty. We are now coming back. The final brackets are made. Back to our fun job of hoping we can find a room that's open.
I think most of the rooms should be open. I think 2 of the rooms are open, I think. If I remember correctly.
Well, any particular matchup that you're trying to see?
Let's watch Ian. This will be his 5-0 game if he wins this.
Yeah, we can. He's got a lot of spotlight today. Ooh, but Zelchos doesn't have it set so we can see his stuff. That because
Is
of
there
that,
anyone where we can watch both?
I think Coconut's game we probably can.
You have hit heads at it as well, right?
I believe.
Okay, then you'll do that.
I could be wrong. But I think he was one of them that I did have. We're getting right into it. No waiting this time. Hopefully we have both. I think we do.
Oh. Let's see. And we don't have both.
Let's see if we can find one with both. For the final match, I really do want to find one with both.
So you don't have Zeltros, I think.
We don't have Zeltros. We don't have the IEV guy. Do we have random G?
And no. I don't think
They
so.
haven't even posted their room code. What about Omega and Anime? They haven't posted their room code. Alright, well, let's try this one.
Yikes.
we just might. Well, this is the last room we can try. Hopefully we can at least give you guys a game with both points of view. We cannot.
I guess not.
So I guess let's see if Ian can go 5-0.
Okay.
エスコートを頼むよ。
お前の命運ここで尽きたな。
Let's see. Evil blood against
Aggro Shadow.
Aggro Shadow?
Yes.
Alright.
I had to think about it for a moment, but it is Aggro Shadow. Feel pretty confident in that.
Yeah, I just checked it is Echo Shadow.
Gets
Oh,
out
that's
of
a nice
side
shot.
out. Indeed.
Skullfish. Without the necromancy.
足りない至らないでも私
Not having turn 1 and turn 2 on Shadow is really bad.
It indeed is. So we will have to see what he does have.
この身は塵漂うが定め
ファーストワンアンロック
わからぬもんすべて忘れろ
Get to see the other Vuela hit the board
全力で
to try to help Fox Laura.
Oh, the Gold Rush Ghost.
Good old Gold Rush on 5.
油断をす
Going
る
to
な
Evo it. And proudly send those 3 ghosts straight into the face.
役立たずでしたよね
憎い
Yep.
憎い
Ian does have Laura though. He shouldn't be too concerned.
Nani を得た
全力で恋したんだ
Let's see.
僕の気ベーコンどもこっちだぞ
See the Miltail coming out.
遅い
Gets a really nice roll.
夢朽ちたなら生まれ黄金はここに
終わりなの
Push for face.
But-
But Ian
Believe-
said
I believe
He
Ian
has
just has a
sufficient
real,
to do
real
this.
easy just world and go.
yeah, initiates have to poke Laura as well.
素晴らしき恋人
Oh. Okay.
役立たずでしたよね
Does manage to get him down
この
into
身は
dungeon,
塵漂
which
うが
might
定め
make the Laura look even more tempting. However, he doesn't have any effects activated on it. So I think this is just a really easy
我
world.
が手の
Yep.
ひらより
Slams the
創世
world,
は来た
doesn't really have to think about it.
Rommel is nice, yeah, actually, since he has 2 evolution points left.
Yeah, the Ramiel will still help him ramp at this point.
Oh, not having series in this matchup is really... It's not that good.
みんな
許さない
Does definitely make his job a whole lot harder than he'd prefer it be.
Yeah, he needs to do burst damage instead of
憎い
chip damage in this case.
Indeed. But I just don't think he has the tools to do it, even if he wanted to.
Yeah, he's out of evolution points already.
ベーコンどもこっちだぞ
He's out of Evo points. And unfortunate for him, Ian has so much sustain in hand already.
Oh, that is nice. The skullfish.
ではまた会おう
Gets him down to 5. Still lurching.
Oh, that's not good.
And hovering the blood arts.
創世を見よ
お疲れした
I imagine it's just world again.
我が手のひらより創世は
He
来た
could go. Yep, we just sword again.
Keep on healing, might as well. I think that's how he's gonna win this matchup anyways. No point in him trying to do anything fancy or trying to close it out. He knows his
But
opponent
winning
has no
could-
evil
yeah.
for the Sares. All he has to do is keep on surviving.
But winning Gumnia and Siox really.
It's rough, but they're,
Yeah, I
they're
think he
just
can
really not
fine.
that important for this particular matchup.
Yeah. He's already at 14 anyway, so should be okay. There's still Laura and Gumnia in hand.
See the blood thinking about what he wants to do this time.
Goldfish.
世界は
This
巡
is another skullfish.
That's the 5th one.
All the fish. All the fish of the skulls this game. Forced to just float 3 mana.
この身は塵漂うが定め
And Aluzan
ブラ
is
ッド
back.
アーツ
Salazar one.
鮮血強烈喝采強感今怒りを感じるよ世界の橋私と戦え次こそ金を
Boy heals him again.
この身は塵
Okay, he's gonna go for the
漂うが
just
定め
trying to put out as many wards as he can.
ブラッドアーツ
I think it might be over for him here.
I tend to agree, my friend. I
But
think
Shadowist doesn't have the tools for this.
I think his only play here would be the Milteo if he has it. It'd clear the board, it puts the blood player back down to 6. You've already seen him use a lot of his healing. And then you just kinda gotta hope you find that little bit of extra damage to push through.
Yeah, and he has 3 shadows as well. Necro Impost actually
では
won't
また会おう
be enough to do him in.
至ら
Oh,
ない
what's the
で
direction?
も私
And Skullfish comes back again.
Skullfish will always
で
keep
は
on
ま
That's
た
coming.
会おう
That's one big fish.
This is indeed a very big fish. He still has 7 mana left to play with.
闇交わりと共
Abyss.
に会
Okay.
Abysmal. Forced to trade here.
おう終わり
Just so the blood doesn't get a free clear with lifesteal.
And I think this is game.
And that is most certainly it.
全力で
いいぞ
So close, but so far for the blood player, unfortunately. I mean, not the blood player, the shadow player. Excuse me. And we're moving on to what could possibly be the last game of the set. Ian only needs to find one win with his Evo Sekka list.
女王になるって約束したんだ。
お前の命運ここで尽きたな。
Keeps a fable, throws everything else back.
Done right elf.
This, I'm going to assume, is definitely one of the harder matchups for this second list to try to win. Because he has to cut a lot of the healing stuff that the non-Evo package has.
ねえ、何して遊ぶの？
Yeah. Let's see if he has a turn to play this time.
Does he has
Death of
Death
the
of the
Party.
Party. I love running Death of the Party in my aggro list. I think it's a criminally underrated card at the moment.
It makes sense, because if you don't win before button 6 or 7, you basically lost. So Death of the Party. It's nice.
あなたついてるじゃない。
そこだね。
It's like a 2 mana, deal 6 damage, draw 3 cards, and how many shadows total?
そこだね。
Right.
やる。
Gives 3. Yeah, that's 9 shadows. It helps with Necro Impulse as well.
6 shadows though, because it only gets 8 procs, not 9.
ねえ、何して遊ぶ
Oh,
の？
yeah.
But nonetheless, getting those shadows really do help a lot with getting those earlier Necro Impulses to try to finish out games. The shadow player really taking his time to think about this turn.
Yeah, a pistol whiff doesn't do it because of that 1-1 with what?
Indeed. I think if he
Series would be really good,
やる
yeah.
ぞみんな。
Oh, the impulse.
goes for
油
the
断をするな。
Necro Impulse,
憎い。
choosing to play this as aggressively as possible,
憎い。
which I think is the answer for
憎
him.
い。
Like, you know this list doesn't have a ton of healing. I think just throwing as much damage out as fast as you can is how you win here.
Yeah.
As we're going to see the second Trio Wonder come out.
Might bounce the other one back, maybe?
Let's see. I think it heals this
Yeah.
turn. Yeah, with
Oh, it
it
heals.
healing this turn, I would just let it stay right on board.
Oh, he drew Fairy Slugger as well. That's really good.
ねえ、何して遊ぶの？
As he keeps throwing into more and more heal, the safer he's looking. Like you got two trees on board, you got the slugger in hand. I imagine if you're Ian right now, you're feeling pretty comfortable.
Yeah, that what
恋して
the 1-1 is the only thing stopping from a pistol whiff running to face.
あな
あるはずだ。
たついてるじゃない。
Oh,
遅い。
it's actually pretty good.
疲れやすいの。人気者さん。いったた。
However, the Tree of Wonders will limit how much his Fairy Slugger can actually heal for this turn.
Yeah, because he has no bounce in his hand as well. So
シャキッと咲きなさい。
also the sun bright off.
森よ、答えて。
I like this play as
お
well.
寝坊さんの花ね。世話が焼
Start
け
to
るわ。
work on building up a board yourself.
恨んじゃいそう。
So that way you can start trading with the things on board
Oh,
instead of only trying to worry about healing.
There's nothing stopping an Abysmal Wave from running in now.
I just think it's one of those you're gonna be rolling the dice anyways all game. You might as
恋は
well
消えない。
take that chance at this moment
Oh.
and hope. But with the way
Oh,
has the
and death of the
raid,
party.
生かすぜ骨
He has Lito because of death of the party as well. He
Yep.
does do this.
覚悟は
Wait.
足りん。
Did I just miss it? Yes. Oh, it's not Lito, it's actually one off.
indeed, the biggest weakness to all Shadowverse players, counting to 20. However,
闇交わりて
oh,
共に
oh,
Oh,
水と毒は紙一重
and that's just enough shadows to get that out.
man, this guy is full of surprises.
And it's game nonetheless. He ties the series up 1-1. And this will be our final match of the day.
Let's see, for final match. We have
女王になるって
I
約
think
束
this
したんだ。
was
我が陣境を破れる
I
もの
think
か。
this was Sank. We'll find out in a couple of turns. If it is Sank, as I said before, I do think that Ivaseka is rather favored in this matchup. Sank doesn't really have any pressure to put Ian on a time limit, and so he just has to sit there and grab his pieces he needs. He has all the time in the world.
let's hope our Sank player draws Sank this time.
Hopefully.
虚言、欺瞞、すべて振り切る。
Plays out the early Seka just so he can bounce it back to draw. And we got our
Oh,
answer.
and
It's most certainly a
that's-
Sank.
森の外までカットパス。
So Ian deciding, yeah, I don't need you. This Game Fairy Slugger just throws it out there.
Okay, that's the card draw.
思いっきりいくよ。ねえ、つなげて遊ぶの？
And Playing Fairies, healing up that 1 damage and just trying to draw as much as he can as fast as he can.
And Sun bright off is good to go on turn 5. It's gonna be a huge one.
It's going to be a huge board. However, it would still be answered with the Blight if he has it. As well as Sunbright will only be able to evolve 3 things this turn due to board space issues. see the Fairy Sacred Evo come out once again.
Nani?
It looks like Ian's trying to force his opponent to burn the blight here.
Like, yeah.
Really doesn't
Dark
seem like
Angel.
he really cares. He's gonna play the Archangel, Evo it, and just try and gain as much health as he can.
But this is good for Ian. Now he can do the combo.
Indeed.
これが罪。
シャキッと咲きなさい。森のためなら。
And we had 5 evos already with Green Intent.
世話が焼けるわ。
Yep. And this deck is insanely fast at being able to just pump out his Evos.
Now does he have the blight to clear it though?
It would seem
Oh,
that he
double
doesn't have
sync.
the blight. However, double sync already coming out.
神はおらず、我
Oh,
が刃あり。
I guess that works.
Dijon, not quite clear, but still doing a good amount.
Oh, he clears it. And he's back at 25 HP as well.
煉獄。神は
Oh
死ん
wait,
だ。
no. Right, the evolve doesn't go. But it's super good. Oh,
絶滅。
that's a nice stop thing.
Indeed.
追いつきたいの。汚らわしきは命の息吹。我が名を歌う。何して遊ぶの？
許してくれ。
行動上り我今来たり
超えられるものか。
Drops the Ra here.
無休に日運に比べ
Mm.
汚れが満
Does
ち
he
る。
have any healing?
私の出番ね。
And he does.
Does have some
何？
will clear the board.
– 意地悪な羽だ。
ねえ、何して遊ぶ？
沈みはせぬぞ
こ
Also the double tree of wonders.
楽しみの始まりです。
Old choice. Last time we saw him do this, it did end up
何
limiting a lot of his healing in the long run.
ねえ、何して遊ぶ
However,
の？
against Sanctuary, I think he's fine with that. As long as he's staying
think-
healthy in the here and now, I think he's okay with it.
Because he found his main pieces already.
Agreed.
And all of the fairies will die when they replay them anyway, so it's not that big of an issue here.
あ、来たですの。
何
Oh,
Mm,
does he have enough?
that's what I'm trying to count.
Could be over. If he has enough here. Oh,
At 20. So let's see.
That's-
Seka,
it's over.
Grimnir,
欺瞞すべて
It's
振
over.
り切る。
5, 7, 12. Yeah, 22. And we'll give us a little extra on
何
top.
して遊ぶの？ええ
何
ー。虚言、欺瞞すべて振り切る。私の道だ。私の道だ。
我が風運ぶは滅びとちゃう。
何何
キツネビ。キツネビ。
潔く散るとしよう
Congratulations
That's that.
to Ian.
Going 5-0.
Going 5-0. The first. Is this our first GT Cup?
Oh, it's labeled as the second, so I think it's the second one.
Well, nonetheless, congratulations to Ian. And again, I really do want to take the time to thank everyone that came out and supported GT by either playing in the tournament or watching the stream. I hope everyone really did have a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun for me to be invited out here to cast. Despite the tech problems that plagued
Some
us
technical
all
difficulties.
day, it was really fun, and I know I and GT learned a lot about how to better organize this tournament. So again, thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts here. Anything you want to say, Mister?
I hope I didn't do too badly. This is my first time casting.
I think you did alright.
And thank you all for coming as well. Really appreciate it. And I hope to see all of you guys in future tournaments as well.
Alright.